Hello students, today I am going to start the types of relation on a set. Uh, in the previous lecture, I had discussed the the definition of relation and relation on a set. Now, types of relation on a set. First is void or empty relation. See the definition of the void or empty relation. A relation or on a set A is called void or empty relation if no element of A is related to any element of A. It means any element of A is not associated in the second set any element of the other set. You can understand by this example. Let a set is 1 2 3 4 5 or the elements of the set A, and relation defined by this rule: A is related to B such that A minus B is equals to 12. Means A and B related to each other if A minus B is equals to 12. Suppose make a Venn diagram of the set A. This is set A and this is set A also, because this relation is defined on the set A. Now make the relation with 1. According to this rule, 1 is related to the other element of this set if their difference is equals to 12. But here difference is not equal to 12 with any other element, so relation of 1 is not possible. Similarly, relation of 2 is also not possible. Relation of 3 and 4 5 also not possible according to this rule, because any element of this set associated with this set if their difference is equals to 12, which is not possible here. So in this relation, all the elements in this relation are there is no element, so this type of relation is called void or empty relation. Now the next type of relation is universal relation. The definition of the universal relation is a relation or on a set A is called universal relation if each element of A is related to every element of A. It means all the elements of A on which relation is defined associated with the each element of the set A, then the relation is said to be universal relation. The example is, let relation R on A, where A set is 1 2 3 4, there are only 4 elements defined by R is equal to AB belongs in R, that is A related to B such that mod A minus B is more than or equal to 0. Mod A minus B shows the difference of A and B always more than or equal to 0, then A is related to B. Now make the relation on set A. This is set A and this is also set A, because we are discussing on relation on set A. The elements of set A are 1 2 3 4, and here also 1 2 3 4, and the relation R. Any element of this set is associated with the elements of this set A if their difference is equal to 0 or more than 0. If their difference is equal to 0 or positive, it means more than 0. It means 1 can be related to 1, because difference of 1 and 1 is always 0. Difference of 1 and 2 is 1, which is positive. Difference of 1 and 3 is also 2, which is also positive. 1 and 4 is also positive. Difference of, it means 1 can be related with all the elements of this set. It means we can write as 1 related to 1, 1 related to 2, 1 related to 3, 1 related to 4, and similarly 2 also related to 1, because difference of 2 and 1 is all always more than 1, more than 0, and difference of 2 is 0. Difference of 2 and 3 is more than 1, more than 0, and difference of 2 and 4 is more than 0. Difference of 2 and 3 is more than 0, and difference of 2 and 4 is more than 0, so relation is possible. Then we write the relations with 2, 2 1, 2 2, 2 3, 2 4. Similarly, you can write with 3, 3 1, 3 2, 3 3, 3 4. Similarly, 4 1, 4 2, 4 3, 4 4. All are possible because their difference is more than 0 or equal to 0. So you can write as 3 1, 3 2, 3 3, 3 4, 4 1, 4 2, 4 3, and 4 4. So see carefully in this relation and in this mapping, every element, each element of this set is associated with every element of the another set. One is one is associated with all the elements, 2 is also associated with all the elements, 3 is associated with all the elements, and 4 is also associated. And this type of relation is called universal relation. The next type of relation is identity relation. It is represented by I. The definition of this identity relation is a relation IA. I is the identity relation, A suffix shows this relation defined on the set A. A relation IA on A is called the identity relation if every element of set A is related to itself only. Means each element of the set associated with itself, then this type of relation is called identity relation. Here one example of the identity relation. Let a set A in which the elements are 1 2 3, which is defined as 1 2 3, the element of the set, and set A 1 2 3, 1 is associated with 1, 2 is associated with 2, 3 is associated with 3 only. This type of relation can be written as set in the form of set R1 1, 2 2, 3 3. This type of relation is called identity relation. To understand the identity relation very well, see one more example. Let a set A in which elements are 1 2 3, and there are given two relations R1 and R2. In the relation R1, there are only two elements 1 1 and 2 2, and relation R2 1 1 2 2 3 3 and 1 3, which is these relations are based on set A. I have to tell which relations are identity relation or not, and which are not. R1. Now see R1. R1 is not identity relation because apply the definition of the identity relation. The definition is each element of set A. Each element of this set A associated with itself. Means 1 1, 2 2 and 3 3. 3 3 here not belongs in R1. It means this is not identity relation because it does not fulfill the criteria of the identity relation. R1 is not identity relation because 3 3 does not belongs in R1. Now see about R2. Here 1 is related to 1, 2 is related to, and 3 is related to 3, and 1 is related to 3. Now again apply the definition of identity relation. Each element of set A associated by itself only. But here 1 3 belongs, 1 belongs in 3. Here given 1 is not uh, and 3 is the different element, so here one more extra element here given, so it is also not a identity relation, because for identity relation there will be only 1 1 2 2 3 3. R2 is not identity relation because 1 3 belongs in R2. 1 3 belongs in R2 and 1 1 also belongs in R2. It means 1 is related to 3 and 1 is related to 1. This statement violates the definition of the identity relation, because in the definition one element associated by itself only, but one is associated with 3 and one is associated with also 1, so R2 is not identity relation. Now students, we have the next type of relation. This is the reflexive relation. The definition of the reflexive relation is a relation R on set A is said to be reflexive if every element of A, see carefully here, if every element of A is related to itself. It is similar to the identity relation, but here one major difference here in between reflexive and identity relation. Now see again definition. A relation R on set A is said to be reflexive if every element of A is related to itself. That is, A is related to A, means every element of A associated with the same element A related to A belongs in R. For all, this is symbol for all. For all A belongs in set A, means all the element of set A is associated by itself, then this type of relation is called reflexive relation. Now see the next line. A relation on a set A is not reflexive if there exists an element A belongs in A such that A comma A not belongs in R. Suppose for any element which belongs in A which are not associated by the same element, for any element, then the relation is not reflexive. Now see the example. Let A be a set in which elements are 1 2 3. A relation is defined on the set A. R is equals to 1 comma 1 1 1 2 2 3 3 1 3 and 2 1, means every element of the set A associated by itself in the relation. See 1 related to 1, 2 related to 3 related to 3. It means this is a reflexive relation because it follows the definition of the reflexive relation, but it is not identity relation, because in the definition of the identity relation every element of set A associated by itself only, but here given related to itself. It means if one is related to one, then for identity relation 1 related to 1, then 1 will not related to 3. In that case it will be identity relation, but here given 1 related to 3, 2 related to 1 and 1 related to 1 and 2 related to 3 related to 3. It means this is reflexive relation because every element of set A is associated by itself. Now see the second example. Let us set A 1 2 3 are the elements of the set A and the relation are 1 1 2 3 3 3 2 1 3 2 are given. Now see this relation is reflexive or not. Now apply the definition. The definition is every element of set A associated by itself, means 1 related to 1 which is given, 2 related to which is not given, 2 2 is not given, 2 2 does not belongs in R, so it is not reflexive. If here 2 comma 2 is given, in that case this will be reflexive relation. Here 2 comma 2 does not belongs in R, so R is not reflexive. Now the next type of relation is symmetric relation. A relation R on set A is said to be symmetric relation if and only if IFF is if and only if A is related to B. This implies B also related with A. It means A is related to B. It means there will be B also related to with A. Then the relation is said to be symmetric relation. This will be for all AB belongs in set A. Means the elements A and B also belongs of set A. Now see one example. Now see example on set A. Set A is in which elements are 1, 2, 3, 4. The first relation is defined on set A 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 1, 4, 2, 2, 4. Now see which type of relation this is. Here given 1, 1. First check for reflexive relation. For reflexive relation where there will be 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, but here 3, 3, 4, 4 is not given, so it will not be reflexive relation. For symmetric relation, now check for symmetric relation. Here given 1, 2, 1 is related to 2 and 2 is also related to 1, and 4 is related to is given, so 2 is also related to 4. It means this is symmetric relation. R1 is symmetric but not reflexive. Why? Because 3, 3, 4, 4 does not belongs in R1. Now for second relation, here given 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 1, 4, 4, 1, 2, 3. Now first of all we have to check for the reflexive relation. For the reflexive relation, every element of the set A related to itself. 1, 1 is given, 2, 2 also given, 3, 3 also given, 4, 4 is given, so it is reflexive. R2 is reflexive. Now check for symmetric relation. Now apply the definition of the symmetric relation. The definition of the symmetric relation is if AB is belongs in R. If A is related to B, means first element is related to the second element, there will be second also associated with the first. But here 1 is related to 4, 4 is also related to 1. Here satisfy for the symmetric, but for here 2, 3 given, there is not given 3 related to 2. It means it is not symmetric. It is not symmetric because 2, 3 belongs in R, but 3, 2 does not belongs in R2. 2, 3 belongs in R2, means 2 is related to 3, but 3 is not related to 2. This violates the definition of the symmetric relation, so it will not be symmetric relation, it is only reflexive relation. Now the next type of relation is a transitive relation. Let A be any set. A relation R on set A is said to be transitive relation if and only if A is related to B, means AB belongs in R and BC belongs in R. This implies AC A also belongs AC belongs in R. That is, we can define as A is related to B, B is related to C, and therefore A is also related to C. In this case, the relation is said to be transitive relation. Now see from one example. Here set A is given and the elements are 1 2 3 4 of set A, and the relation is defined as 1 2 2 2 2 3 1 3. Now check for first for reflexive relation. For the reflexive relation, there will now apply the definition of the reflexive relation. 1 is related to 1 is not given, 2 is also 2 is related to 2 is given, 3 related to 3 not given, 4 related to 4 is not given, so it is not reflexive. It is not reflexive. Now check for the symmetric relation. For the symmetric relation, if AB belongs in R, here 1 related to 2, there will be 2 also related to 1, but here not given, so it is not symmetric. It is not symmetric. Now third, check for the transitive relation. This is transitive or not. Now apply the definition. The definition is if AB belongs in R and BC belongs in R, means A related to B and B is related to C, third element, then first element must be related to C. Now see here, 1 is related to 2 and 2 is related to 3 and 1 is related to 3 is given here. It means it is transitive relation. It is transitive since 1 2 belongs in R and 2 3 belongs in R. This implies 1 3 also belongs in R. Now the next type of relation is equivalence relation. The definition of the equivalence relation is a relation R on set A is said to be an equivalence relation on A if and only if it is first reflexive, as we discussed before, that is A comma A belongs in R for every A belongs in set A. Second, symmetric, that is AB belongs in R. This implies BA also belongs in R for all AB belongs in set A. And third is transitive, that is AB belongs in R and BC belongs in R. This implies AC belongs in R for all ABC belongs in set A. Means any relation will be equivalence relation if the relation is all type of relation, reflexive, symmetric and transitive, then relation will be equivalence relation. Means the relation is reflexive, relation is symmetric, relation is transitive, then the relation will be equivalence relation. With the help of lecture 1 and lecture 2, you can solve the first exercise of the chapter 1. Try to solve. In the next lecture, I'll provide the solution of some important questions. So thank you.